Good morning everyone. I welcome you all in today's online class. So students, already we have discussed some basic concept related to this chapter number 2, physical features of India. What are the basic concepts till now we have discussed, like what are the physical features, important physical features in India, that there are total 6 physical features. Through this map we have already discussed. Then what is the meaning of the word physical features, then what is relief features, is there variation or only one type of that is really present, and also that is important relief features like mountains, plateaus, plains, and also 3 types of slope related to the mountains, plateaus, plains. Then also we had discussed about that is the geomorphic process. That means there are 2 types of geomorphic processes are there, endogenic and exogenic. Endogenic means working within the earth surface, below the earth surface, and exogenic means that is exterior, outside of the earth surface, on the earth surface these are working. These are mainly responsible for different type of that is landforms formation. And next also we discussed about interior of the earth. There are mainly 3 layers present: earth crust or lithosphere, then that is mantle, then that is core. Again lithosphere that is divided into 2 divisions, mantle divided into 2 divisions, core is also divided into 2 divisions. Like that we have already discussed. Now that is we have to discuss about some new topics. What are the topics that is related to this one? This one means what? Lithosphere. Take a look that lithosphere means it is the only that is layer of the earth, interior structure of the earth which is made up of solid rock. Lithosphere is the only layer which is made up of solid rock, and it is the outermost layer. And this lithosphere is extended from 0 kilometer to 100 kilometer depth. That means its thickness up to 100 kilometer, and it is divided into 2 subdivisions. Who are they? According to the composition they are called as Cl. Cl means silica plus aluminium. Silica Si, aluminum Al is equal to Cl. It is also called as what? Continental crust. Why is it called as continental crust? Because the Cl helps in the formation of continents. That's why it is also called as continental crust. And Sima, it is the second name, and it is the second subdivision of the lithosphere. Why is it called as Sima? Because silica plus magnesium, so first 2 letters of silica and first 2 letters of magnesium is equal to Sima, and it is also called oceanic lithosphere. Why? Because it helps in the formation of oceans, and that's why it is called as oceanic lithosphere. And I have already told it is the only solid layer of the earth's interior structure. So this thing again why I have told, because the concept of lithosphere will help us to understand the next topic of today's topic. And what is the topic? Now come, before going to the today's topic, also we have to know about which thing, that is the second layer of the earth's interior, and that is called as mantle. And from here all the materials are in liquid form, semi-liquid form, and it starts just below the crust and it extends up to the this outer core or the last layer of the core. That is so between mantle is located between the crust and core. That means 100 kilometer to 2900 kilometer, and it is divided into 2 divisions: upper mantle or prophesima. Prophesima, why? Due to the presence of the compositions, the elements. Who are they? Chromium, ferrium, silica, magnesium. Here also first 2 letters are used to give the name. And next subdivision, lower mantle or nymphesima. Here also same, that is with the help of the compositions first 2 letters, the components first 2 letters are used to give the name, that is nymphesima. So mantle is the second layer of the earth's interior or internal structure of the earth, and it is in semi-liquid form. Why? Because due to the temperature, due to the high temperature, and also that is here the rock is found, but it is in liquid form, molten rock material present, which is also called as magma. So what we have got till now, that is topmost layer of the interior of the earth is called as lithosphere. It is in solid form. It is formed by the solid rock. And the second layer, which is called as mantle, it is formed or it is made up of which thing? That is molten rock material, which is called as magma. These 2 concepts are required to discuss today's topic. And now come to the next one more topic which is also required for the better understanding of today's topic, that is asthenosphere. That is also that is located below the that is solid earth crust or solid lithosphere. It is also in semi-liquid form. It has the molten rock metal, that means magma. And the last point is important, and it is the clue of today's topic of discussion, that is it helps in the movement of earth's crust. Also within bracket it is written plate. What is the important last point? That is helps in the movement of the earth's crust. That means our earth's crust or the lithosphere, which is in solid form, this is moving. This is not that is constant at its own place. It is moving from one place to another place, and this moving part of the earth crust is called as also what? Plate. So it is the clue. So that means today's topic is what? The movement of the earth crust or lithosphere, and also that is the plate. So it is the topic of discussion of today. So we have already seen lithosphere, then asthenosphere, then also mantle. Three things are required to understand today's topic. Now come to here, lithosphere. Already we discussed. Lithosphere is the only solid layer of the earth's interior or internal structure of the earth, and that is here one new name is written, that is plate. Now the question, what is plate? Take a look in this diagram. Here in this diagram, what is that is this green color, light green color portion. On this light green color portion, take a look, so many types of cracks are there, so many broken lines are there. So these broken lines, that is what divided the continuous lithosphere into so many blocks, so many divisions. These divisions or these blocks of lithosphere are called as what? Plate, or another name lithospheric plate. Clear? So what is the name of these broken parts of the lithosphere? This total green color portion, light green portion, it is lithosphere, but this lithosphere is broken into so many divisions, and these broken parts of the lithospheres are called as what? Plate or lithospheric plate. Now you can ask that why the name is given that is plate, because if you see the lithosphere, that means plate, its area is bigger than its depth, its area is bigger than its thickness. That's why it is called as plate. Its area is bigger than, that is, the thickness or the depth. That's why it is called as, or it is named as plate. So what is lithospheric plate? It is the part of lithosphere which is broken into many divisions, and this part of the lithosphere that is also moving from one place to another place. Everything will find out why it is moving from one place to another place. This thing will find out. Just try to acquire the knowledge that plate means it is the part of lithosphere which is divided into so many divisions, and these divisions are not constant. They are moving from one place to another place, and then so many changes are occurring, so many types of landforms are formed, etc. So let us see. So what is plate? We have got, it is the part of lithosphere which is broken into many divisions, which is moving, and which is also floating on the semi-liquid layer, that is called as asthenosphere. Now come to the next, major tectonic plates. Now the question, another name is added here, that is tectonic plates are again that is called by another name, tectonic plates. The word tectonic is derived from a word tecton. Later I will discuss, when I will discuss about the plate tectonic theory in detail. Just one little information I am giving now. Later when I will discuss about plate tectonic theory, at that time I will tell you in detail that about what is the meaning of the word tecton. So tectonic, this word is derived from which thing? That is tecton, T-E-K-T-O-N. Tecton means what? Builder. You know that who is called as builder? The builder means who is building something. Here the plates are responsible to build something on the earth's surface, and that's why the plates are also called as what? Tectonic plates. So we have got three names only: plate, lithospheric plate, and tectonic plate. So all are same, just on the basis of their features and characteristics the names are given, or on the basis of role also. Like, why is it called as lithospheric plate? Because the plates are the parts of lithosphere That's why the plates are also called as tectonic plates, because plates help in the formation or plates help in the building of something on the earth's surface. That's why plates are called as tectonic plates. And the word tectonic is derived from the word tecton, T-E-K-T-O-N, tecton, and which means, that is what, builder. So now take a look. Here we have to find out that some important plates of the world. So already we have seen that lithosphere is of how many types? Two types. Who are they? That is oceanic lithosphere, continental lithosphere. According to this thing also, plates are of two types, continental plates and oceanic plates. If any plate is that is coming under continent, that is called as continental plate. If any plate is coming under ocean, then it is called as oceanic plate. That is one division. Another division present, that plates are of mainly two types on the basis of its size, on the basis of its covering area. So there are two names. Who are they? Major plates, minor plates. So you can guess, major means what? Bigger in size, covering large area, and minor plates means smaller in size, covering small area. So some names also I have given, but one thing you have to remember, that major plates are only 7. In some places you will see that is major plates are 8, but it is not 8, it is 7. And why it is in some places it is given that is 8, that I will tell you. But always remember, major plates are 7, minor plates are 20. But only 7 names of minor plates are given. Other names I have not given, only 7 names I have given for example. So I have told what? 7 major plates, bigger plates covering larger area, and 20 minor plates are there or covering small area. This thing you have to remember. So now come and see and check the major plates. Here one clue you can use, that there are 7 continents present and major plates are also 7, but all are not continental plates. Some plates are also oceanic plates. Let us see. First name is called as Eurasian plate. So here Eurasian, this name is a combination of two name of the continents, Europe plus Asia. Europe plus Asia. That's why the name of the plate is what? Eurasian plate. Now take a look. Eurasian plate is here. This portion is the Eurasian plate. Take a look here. That is Eurasian plate, and Eurasian plate means here Europe and also that is Asia, this total part. But here one interesting thing you can see, that India is not coming under that is Eurasian plate. This is also very interesting thing, that later I will tell you in detail. Just one thing I want to give you as a hint, that in past, that is 250 million years ago, India was with Australia. India was with whom? Australia. And it was not the part of Europe or Asia in the beginning. It was in the southern hemisphere. It was below the equator. Gradually it was shifted towards the north. Then it that is joined with whom? That is Asia. So that's why you see India is coming under other name, that is Indo-Australian plate. Why the name is given Indo-Australian plate? India plus Australia. Take a look. This is Australia, this is India. So that's why, and also here Indian Ocean present. So Indo-Australian plate. India plus Australia. That's why Indo-Australian plate. And next that is African plate. Total African continent is coming under African plate. And next that is North American plate. Take a look. This is the North American plate. This is the North American plate. Next that is what? That is South American plate. This one is the South American plate. Next Antarctica plate. Take a look. This is called as Antarctic or Antarctica plate. This is also one continent. Pacific plate. Take a look. This one is the Pacific plate here in the right hand side towards the east, and also here take a look. This is also the Pacific plate. This is Pacific. This is also, so Pacific is the oceanic plate. Clear? So there are 7 major plates present. Now I want to say that somewhere you will see that is 8 plates. So why they are telling 8 plates? They are, that is dividing Indo-Australian plate into 2, Indian plate and Australian plate. But this is not correct information. Indo-Australian 1 plate. So there are 7. So if you count it Indian plate, Australian plate separately, then there will be 8, but it is wrong counting. You have to count Indo-Australian plate, only 1. So that's why 7 major plates are there. Clear? And minor plates like Cocos plate. Come here, let us see where is the Cocos plate. Take a look. This is the Cocos plate. This one is the Cocos plate. Next, that is what? Nazca plate. Where is the Nazca plate? Find out. Here, take a look. This one. That is Nazca plate. Next, that is what? Juan de Fuca plate. That is present here. PUCA or FUCA. Juan de Fuca. It is the name, and here is the location. This is the location. Juan de Fuca here. Next, that is what? Arabian plate. Just beside the African plate here. Take a look. This is the thing. Arabian plate. This one is the Arabian plate. Next, that is what? Scotia plate. Scotia plate means here. Take a look. This is just south of South America. Here, this is Scotia plate. Next, that is what? Philippine plate. Here, this is the Philippine plate near the Eurasian plate. Next, that is what? Caroline plate. Here, this is the Caroline plate. Other so many names are there like minor plates, Bismarck plate, Fiji plate, so many other names are there, but I have given only 7 names of minor plates. So these are the major and minor plates of the world. Next, that is I have already told another thing, that plates are moving. Plates are not constant, they are moving on which layer? That is asthenosphere. And I have also told asthenosphere means what? Asthenosphere means it is the semi-liquid layer which is made up of molten rock material, that is called as magma. On the semi-liquid layer, the solid lithosphere, solid plates are, that is floating, solid plates that they are moving. So the moving, that's why it is written plate movement. Plates are moving, and there are 3 types of movement present. You can see the diagram at first. One, in the first diagram, in the A number diagram, take a look what is happening. In the A number diagram, the 2 plates are moving in the opposite direction. That means they are going away. Distance between them, that is increasing. They are going away from each other. That is one type of plate movement. In the B number diagram, second middle number, this one, in this second diagram, you see that 2 plates are moving towards each other, going, that is in the same direction, going towards a center, going towards that is same point, and then they are colliding with each other. And one more interesting thing, when they are colliding with each other, the heavier plate is going down. Heavier plate is going down and the lighter plate is going up. This is also another thing in the second diagram. And the third diagram, take a look. In this third diagram, 2 plates are moving side by side. Here 2 plates are moving side by side. It may be same direction, it may be opposite direction. Here in this diagram it is given opposite direction. With the help of arrow sign you can that is identify in which direction plates are moving. So in the option A, that means in the A number diagram, the 2 plates are moving away from each other. Distance is increasing, the gap between 2 plates, that is also increasing, and that's why what happened, that is it is called as divergent plate movement. This type of plate movement is called as divergent. The diverge means what? They are going away from each other, opposite direction, that is called as divergent. Next, second number, they are coming towards each other, that means convergent. Converge means what? Tend to meet at a center. That means both the plates tendency what? To meet at a center, same center. That's why it is called as convergent plate movement, where 2 plates are moving towards each other. Next, that is transform plate movement. That means when 2 plates are moving side by side, it is maybe same direction, it is maybe in the opposite direction. Transform plate movement. So 3 types of movement of the plates present. One, that is divergent, that means in opposite direction, the gap between 2 plates are increasing. After that, what are the things happening, the latter will discuss. Next, that is convergent plate movement, when 2 plates are moving towards each other and then colliding with each other, and the heavier plate is going down and the lighter plate is thrown up, that is called as convergent plate movement. And the third number is transform plate movement. That means when 2 plates are moving side by side, it may be in the same direction, it may be in the opposite direction. Now come to the next, that the question is that why the plates are moving. There are so many hypotheses present. It is also one type of hypothesis. Hypothesis means one type of you can see that we are thinking that this type of thing is going on. Hypothesis. So this type of hypothesis or concept, that is one hypothesis given by, that is one Arthur Holmes who had given this hypothesis, that Arthur Holmes in 1930. And what is the concept? Convectional current theory. Convectional current theory. So let us find out what are the convectional current. So convectional current means, just one example I want to give here. When we are boiling the water, at that time also the convectional movement is going on. So when we are boiling the water, at that time the from the bottom of the pot the water gets warm, because in the lower layer of the water the temperature is more, and when the water becomes warm in the lower layer, then it becomes light and it is going up, and when it is going up again it is gradually cooling down, and then again it becomes heavy and it is coming down. This type of circular movement is going on when we are boiling the water. That is also convection. So here also same type of movement, circular movement is going on, and where it is going on, that is in the asthenosphere and also in the mantle. And what is this? That in the mantle some radioactive elements present, and due to the decay of the radioactive elements the temperature increases. Huge release of temperature present, and from due to the decay of the that is radioactive elements, and that's why the temperature is very high in this portion, in the lower layer of the mantle. In this portion temperature is very high, and that's why the liquid material, which is also called as magma, becomes warm, and when it becomes warm it becomes light and it wants to go up. So it starts to move upward. Take a look, the arrow sign, red color arrow signs are there, they are moving upward due to the warm situation. And when it moves upward, it is obstructed by whom? The solid lithosphere. Sometimes this upward movement of that is magma can cause the crack in the lithosphere gradually. In this part, that is volcanic eruption occurred if that is crack is created, and if this part becomes weak, part means the part of lithosphere, at that time this magma can come out and cause the volcanic eruption. Otherwise it will take right hand or left hand side, two directions, right hand side direction, left hand side direction. Then take a look, the color is changed, that is green color. Here take a look, that is green color. So this green color, that is blue color arrow sign is given. So blue color arrow sign means what? That is cooler current, cooler than the red one, that is. So when they becomes cool, they start to move downward. So that type of circular movement is going on in the asthenosphere, in the mantle, and that is happening due to the decay of the radioactive elements. Temperature increases on the lower layer of the mantle, and that's why the liquid material becomes warm, it goes up due to that is less density, and then again it cools down and it comes down again. This type of circular movement is going on, and this type of circular movement of the liquid rock material, molten rock material, which is called as magma, it is called as convectional current. And this current is moving like a cell, like in a circular way, that's why it is called as convectional cell. And due to the movement of this convectional current or liquid magma in different direction, take a look, some white color arrow signs are given. These arrow signs are given in the lithosphere, and that's why the lithosphere or the plates are also moving according to the direction of movement of the magma in the asthenosphere. So that is the cause of which thing, the plate movement. So here take a look here in this circular movement, that is what, that in the circular movement, take a look that the arrow signs are moving towards your right hand side, and that's why the lithosphere also moving, that is what, towards the right hand side. Here take a look, the arrow signs that is moving towards the left hand side, that means what, the lithosphere plate that is also moving towards the left hand side. That means the movement of the plate that is decided by whom? The movement of the liquid raw material, which is called as magma in the asthenosphere, and that is the convectional current theory. Due to the convectional current, the plates are moving, it may be towards each other, it may be away from each other, that is, and this concept was given by Arthur Holmes in 1930. But always remember that it is one hypothesis, that it is not the that is 100% current information. That's why I have told in the beginning, that is hypothesis. Now come to the next. Here also I have given the same type of thing to understand. Take a look that here green color, that is the movement of the plate, and black color arrow signs, that is the indication of the movement of the, that is the molten rock material magma. That means what, in this diagram also you can see that black color arrow sign, that is also moving in the right hand side, and that's why plates are also moving in the right hand side. Here the black color arrow sign, the molten rock metal that is moving in the towards the left hand side, and that's why the plates are also moving towards the left hand side. That means what? That means I want to say that the convectional currents movement and the movement of plate, they are correlated. Now come to the next. Now I have told one thing, that is also that at the time of discussion of major plates, minor plates, and I told you one interesting thing, but I have not disclosed every information that time. I just told you that India was not with Asia in the beginning, it was with Australia. So this thing we have to find out now, and also we have to find out that give me the proof that why that is, give me the proof that of plate movement, plates are moving, so evidence, give me the proof. So that's why this thing will help you to understand that yes, this is the right thing, that plates are moving. So take a look, there are four that is globe present, and in the first globe, it is 2 to 5 million years ago. At that time the continents, just compare 2 to 5 million years ago, this one, and that is Earth today. So what is the difference between this one and this one? That take a look, in the 2 to 5 million years ago, all the continents were together, they were joined with each other, and they made a single continent. But now at today's world, today's Earth, there are 7 continents present. So this difference we have to find out, how is it possible that 2 to 5 million years ago, or it may be 250 million years ago, there was only one continent, and around this continent only one ocean, and now that is what, now in present day, in this today's Earth, there are 7 continents and 5 oceans. How is it possible, this one continent divided into 7, and again this one ocean that divided into 5 oceans? Let us find out this thing. So take a look, in this first diagram, all the continents that is remain together, formed a supercontinent, and this supercontinent is called as what? Pangaea. What is the name given to this supercontinent? Pangaea. All the continents were at that time, that is located at one place, that is we are thinking near Africa, where now Africa present. At that place the continents were located, and this supercontinent is called by which name? That is Pangaea. And around the supercontinent there was only one ocean, and this ocean is called as what? Panthalassa. What is the name? That is called as Panthalassa. Now next take a look, that is 150 million years ago. In the second diagram, 150 million years ago, what happened? That this Pangaea of 250 million years or 225 million years ago, Pangaea divided into 2 divisions in 150 million years ago. here northern division, here southern division. This is the northern division, this is the southern division. So Pangaea at first divided into two divisions, northern division, southern division. Northern division is called as what? Laurasia or Angara land, and the southern division is called as Gondwana land. Land is missing in this diagram, but here you have to add this one, Gondwana land. So two divisions at first created after the separation of Pangaea. Northern division is called as Laurasia or Angara land, and southern division is called as Gondwana land. And now the question, with Laurasia, which continents of today were there? North America was there, Europe was there, and also that is Asia was there. But one interesting thing, India was not there at that time. India was here. Take a look. This is, that means what? India was with Australia. That means India was at that time below the equator in the southern hemisphere. Now come to this one, this third one. Here take a look that India has started to move towards the north. That means it separated itself from Australia, and then it started to move towards the northern hemisphere. And in present earth, take a look, India is with whom? That is Asia. That means what? India shifted itself from, that is southern hemisphere, to northern hemisphere. Now the question, one country like India, how is it possible it can shift itself that to the northern hemisphere? It was totally in the southern hemisphere, and now it is in the northern hemisphere. How is it possible? That means plates are moving. Plates are moving means what? I have told plates are of two types, continental and that is oceanic. So if plates are moving, that means continents are moving. If plates are moving, that means oceans are moving. And that's why you can compare 225 million years ago continent and ocean, and that is our present day earth, that is continent and ocean. That means what? Plates are moving, and that's why continents also moved. And this concept was given by Alfred Wegener in 1912, and this concept is called as continental drift theory. What is the name? That is called as continental drift theory. So continental means, that is related to the word continent, and drift means movement, drifting, displaced, moving from one place to another place. That means it is a concept related to the movement of the continents, and these movements of the continents caused by different things. And that is in detail, there are so many causes given, but main topic, that is what? Main indication is the plates are moving. Clear? So now here you can see, that is, you can ask the evidence also, that how is it possible to believe that continents were together in the past and now the continents are separated, and that type of present world map is made. So that's why you can see, that is here, that South America, Africa, if you want to join them along this border, they can be joined together. Take a look, it is the indication. That means what? In past they were together, now they are separated, now they are located far away from each other. That means what? In past they were together, and that's why along this boundary line they can be joined. That is the indication. That means what? That means in past they were together and now they got separated from each other. So there are so many things are left related to the plate and plate movement, plate boundaries. So many topics are left. Next day we will discuss about this thing. So today only this. If you have any confusion, then put up the query through the proper channel. And that's all for today. And thank you. Have a nice day.